Hi, my name is Chelsea from Teaching in Pearls, and welcome to a week in the life of a music teacher. So it is Monday, it's the end of the day actually. I'm waiting for our virtual staff meeting to start. We have not had an in-person staff meeting since like February 2020, which is crazy. Even though we're all in the building, we still don't meet in person due to COVID. But anyways, it's a crazy time because the last 2 weeks of school, which was only 7 days of school because we were off a couple days, were virtual. So today was our first day back to in person. The kids of course have to adjust back again to this. They had to adjust to virtual, they now have to adjust back to being here, and it was just crazy. It was a good day, but just like I expended a lot of energy keeping up with them. With my big kids, we are preparing for a keyboard unit. So today I gave my 5th and 6th graders their pre-test, which I created this morning. It's 10 questions long. The questions are: 1, how many letters are used to play all of the notes on the piano? 2, how are the black keys grouped on the piano? And then 3 through 9 are name the following note, and it goes through each white note. And then number 10, how should your fingers be shaped when you are playing the piano? So yeah, that's what the pretest was. They all failed it, which is great because then I can show growth, because they've never played keyboards before, because those are new instruments to our school as of this past summer. So I'm really excited about that. Gave them the pretest, and then we watched the keyboard family episode on Quaver, but we didn't finish it in either class. We only have like 5 minutes left though, so we'll do that when we get back next week. And then with third grade and 2nd grade, I'm trying to think. With 3rd grade and 2nd grade, we did See It, Say It, Sign It, The Letters of the Alphabet by Jack Hartman. And we were working on Instruments of the Orchestra. We watched the Bleaky Visits the Orchestra video on YouTube. It's really good. Backstage with Bleaky. Watched that with K through 3 actually, and played the musical instrument guessing game with K to 3. And then the older 2nd and 3rd did See It, Say It, Sign It. I did not do that with K and 1. K and 1 did a freeze dance and Count to 100 by Jack Hartman. And that was it, I think, because a lot of time was spent redirecting, reviewing where we sit, reestablishing boundaries and rules, and just like giving them a little bit of freedom to talk about their day, talk about what the past 2 weeks were like. So all that kind of stuff. So I just want to check in today so that I could start the vlog off on the first day of the week, even though I don't really have time to, I didn't really show you anything today, but I'll be doing the same lesson all week, so I'll show you a little clip at some point. Here is my outfit of the day. Let's see if I can get this to stay. This sweatshirt is TJ Maxx, my skirt is Shein, and my shoes, I'm pretty sure are Costco. I've never worn a skirt or a dress in the winter, but I've been inspired by some of my TikTok teacher friends who dress nice in the winter and wear their skirts, and I put some pantyhose on, and actually I was perfectly warm and perfectly comfortable. So I guess I'm gonna be a dresses in the winter kind of gal from now on. But this staff meeting is about to start, and obviously I need to listen to it, so I will check in with you guys later tonight. Oh, just worked out with Brandon, cardio. Now I'm hopping on to do a one-on-one mentorship call with one of the coaches that I mentor for my second job, my coaching job. Whew, she's amazing. Her name's Chesley. I love her. She's a music teacher from Columbus. Hello!
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Oh, let's do an OOTD before I forget. I like my outfit a lot today. Where can I set y'all up? Right here. So the shirt is really old. I have literally no idea where it's from. And the tag is in a very elaborate cursive. I mean, I don't buy expensive clothes, so I'm gonna guess TJ Maxx or Marshalls. The leggings are leather leggings from Amazon. I can link those in the description below. And then my boots are from, my mom got them for me, so Sam's Club or Costco. And then that's it. Oh, my Apple Watch band that I wear every day is also from Amazon. I'll link that in the description below as well. But But anyways, I've made it through one class so far, 6th grade, and then I have my plan bell during 5th grade today. And I was just deep cleaning my classroom. Oh, I should have shown you guys what I was doing, but I forgot to vlog it because I was making a TikTok. So you'll see, I'll share the TikTok right here because that'll be up way before this video. But I cleaned a lot. I got my Christmas stuff finally put away. I got my calendar finally changed from November to January. I got all of my random tables cleaned off. I got all of my shelves looking better. I got my calming corner put that back together. I hung up all my posters that had fallen over the past couple months because I'll be honest, the past couple months since like November, I just have not had the energy to clean. I mean, I keep the area where the students are on, which is the floor. I keep that clean, and I keep our instruments and stuff clean because those are expensive obviously, but like the other stuff, I just haven't had the drive or energy or motivation. So very glad that I had that energy today to do that. I'm getting ready for 4th grade. Same thing as yesterday. 6th grade and 4th grade are doing the pre-test and then starting the keyboard episode, but no one has finished it so far. Then 2, 1, K, and 3 are doing that variety of random instrument stuff, like orchestra instrument stuff, and singing and sign language and just all kinds of stuff. I did have to write 2 steps today, which is our disciplinary forms that the whole school uses, because some of my friends are really struggling to adjust back to school expectations. I had a student cuss without realizing it, but it was a pretty bad word, so I had to write that up. And then another student who just like could not keep themselves contained. And I've known them for years, for 5 years, so I know what they're capable of and what they're choosing to not do. So it's not a matter of anything like that. It's just a matter of being a behavior issue and being a distraction. So yeah, I have 5 minutes. My watch just went off. Do you guys do silent alarms on Apple Watch? I have silent alarms 5 minutes before every class ends. And since my plan bell lines up with the class schedule, it's just like today goes off during 5th grade because I didn't have 5th grade today. So anyways, I use that to keep myself on track because otherwise I would never know when classes are going to end or when they're going to start. But it's really helpful because it is silent, and I have the no snooze option because I used to not notice that that was an option. But if you add no snooze, then all you can do is turn it off. I used to accidentally press the snooze button on it, and then it would go off again during class, and then I'd be all confused about why my watch was going off. It was a mess. But anyways, I'm very proud of myself for working through my whole plan bell, cleaning, and getting a bunch of stuff done. That's just been bothering me. It's been bugging me. I've been seeing it, and it bothers me. I just haven't been able to bring myself to do anything about it. I just couldn't do it. So I'm really glad that I was able to fix some of the stuff today. Made it through the end of the day. It was a good day. Headed out, no time to talk. In a hurry. Goodbye, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Had to rush home because I am hopping on a one-on-one call with my corporate mentor for my fitness coaching job. So I just made some pre-workouts. I'm gonna sip on it while I talk to her because I still have not worked out today, so I need to work out after that. And then someone is coming to do a mobile blood draw for me. So that's happening today too. What a weird day.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Okay, it is now 5:20. I had that one-on-one call with my mentor. She is awesome. We talked about my business goals for this year, and it was just a really encouraging call. She thinks I'm gonna hit them, but they're gonna be a lot of work about, and ignore, this is our guest room slash my office, and it is a hot mess. I've just been throwing stuff everywhere the past 2 weeks. I'm gonna clean it sometime this week before I go on my little trip to Phoenix, which I haven't even talked about yet. But anyways, I'll get to that later. She thinks I'm gonna hit all my goals, but it's gonna take me at least like 20 hours of work each week on my coaching business, in addition to my teaching job, obviously, because it's completely separate. But after that, I was really fired up, and I did a workout, did a cardio workout, and while I was on the call and working out, Brandon was cooking dinner. He made us black pepper shrimp with asparagus. It was so freaking good. He cooked yesterday too. I didn't show that either. Yesterday, after I stopped vlogging, what did I do? Oh, I had that one-on-one call with Chesley, and then what did I do? I worked out, had the one-on-one call with Chesley. While I was on the call with Chesley, Brandon cooked. He made chickpea and eggplant casserole. It was really good. It was healthy. And then we watched the finale of the Survivor season we were watching, and then I watched Euphoria by myself, and then we went to bed. And then, so now I am waiting. We just ate dinner, and now I'm waiting for this lady to come draw my blood at my house. It's a mobile blood draw. A very strange thing. Okay, long story short, I have to get genetic testing to see if I have the DNA to have cancer, to have breast cancer specifically. I think this might be her. There's someone driving really slow up our street. Oh, this is probably her. So anyways, do I need to get off the phone? This is a camera, not a phone. But I need to get tested. They took a sample of my spit, and the lab that I went to messed up the process, so they weren't able to use it. And so now I'm getting a blood draw, and since it was inconvenient for me to come back because I did that over winter break and now I'm teaching again in person, obviously, they are doing a mobile blood draw for me. Oh yeah, this is definitely her. All right, I gotta go, bye. Okay, you want to wave or something? There's Brandon. So lady just came to draw my blood. That was a hot mess. Did I even tell you guys what happened? I can't remember where I cut off, but basically I had to get genetic testing. My dad had breast cancer, so I could have the gene. I probably do. All my cousins do, and my aunts and uncles, or my aunts. So I had to get tested too, just so they know, so they can screen me more often and blah blah. So that's that. But I went to get this test done after I went to the gynecologist, and she referred me to get it done in the lab that was downstairs from her office. And went down there, this was in December, and they were like, oh, we're closed today. It was a Thursday because we're treating this as Friday and we don't work on Fridays. So anyways, had to come back there the next week. Went there, did a spit test, a spit DNA test, and the lab tech who administered the test was so confused. She had never seen this test kit before in her life. No one in the lab had ever seen it. And she must have done something wrong because it was canceled because it was labeled incorrectly. Well, they called me and they told me it was canceled. My options were to come back and do that again, which why would I do that if they labeled it incorrectly the first time? Why would I go back? To do a blood draw at their lab, once again, not really interested because they messed it up the first time, or to do a mobile blood draw where someone would come to my house. And I was like, okay, let's do mobile blood draw. Kind of weird, but sure. So now I've been waiting forever to get this kit sent to me from this testing company. They finally delivered it. They had an issue where they didn't deliver it and they thought they had or something. And this woman just came to my house. She's been the only thing that's been helpful because she was in contact with me a lot trying to figure out when I was getting this kit, when she could come and stuff. She was the best part of this whole thing. But anyways, she just came. She opened this kit because I didn't open anything because I don't know. I'm not a science person. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what this stuff is. And she also doesn't think she has the materials that she needs. It's like this barcode. It says like put a barcode here, and there's no barcode to put. And that's what happened the last time. So anyway, she talked to her boss. Her boss said to just submit it and write a note and blah, blah, blah. So she took my blood. Hopefully this kit works and they accept it. If they don't, I don't care. At this point, it is what it is. I'm just gonna assume I have the gene and just move on with my life because this has been the most ridiculous process ever. I didn't want to get the testing done in the first place. My mom and Brandon are making me do it, and I give up. So it didn't go well. She was here for like 30 minutes and she was really annoyed, not like with me, but just with like this company that doesn't make any sense with their packaging and stuff. And then she had trouble like getting my blood, like, well, she didn't have trouble getting it, it just like stopped coming out. So we're not sure if the vacuum on their thing like stops at a certain point or what. We're hoping. But she was great. But yeah, she said this, like, it took her like, she was here for like 30 minutes, over 30 minutes, maybe 45. But no, probably just, yeah, probably like 40. And usually she's like in and out in 10 minutes. So cool. So this has overall been a 0 out of 10 process. But it's 6:08. I did the dishes after we ate dinner. I'm probably just gonna work on coaching the rest of the night because I do not feel like cleaning. But yeah, I think that's the move for today. Happy freaking Friday. Oh my god, fail on my part for vlogging. Wednesday and Thursday I had all intentions of vlogging. Forgot my camera, that was it. And today I've just been really busy. It's literally almost the end of the day. I have one more class. I have kindergarten left because my plan bell's right before kindergarten and then it's dismissal. But yeah, to catch you up, Wednesday and Thursday we did the same stuff that we did Monday and Tuesday. Identical. Today, with my 6th, 5th, 4th, and 3rd graders, we watched the second part of Encanto. We watched the first part like 3 weeks ago. We watched the second part today, and we'll finish it the next time I see them on a Friday, which is like in a month. So not frequently. Simply because they love it and it's musical. And the day we started it was the day before we went virtual, and there was like 5 kids in class. And then today we were actually missing a lot of kids too because it is snowing. It's been snowing all day. The roads were not great this morning, so a lot of kids did not come to school. A lot of our walkers did not come because it's cold and it's snowing. And I think a lot of parents were just like, yeah, it's Friday, it's snowing, why are you guys in school now? So that's kind of the vibe for today. Now, second, first grade, and kindergarten are doing keyboards. We start our keyboard unit today, and I have never taught keyboards or piano, and I'm not following a curriculum or anything. I did ask people for advice on Instagram, and one person reached out to me and had a lot of really good advice. So the main thing that I'm focusing on right now is something that she told me, which is that D is in the doghouse. So she told me, and what I'm telling the kids is, well, we're finding the groups of 3 and the groups of 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. There's only 4 sets of 3 because there's like 3.5 octaves on these pianos, these keyboards. But anyways, so they're finding the sets of 2 and then playing the white note in between, because that's D. D is in the doghouse. The set of 2 is the doghouse and D is in between. And if I can get them to identify D, then as long as they know the musical alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, they'll be able to find any note on the piano. And that is not how I learned. I learned by like finding middle C, but D is in the doghouse makes so much more sense in my opinion, especially for like my primary kids. So that's what we're sticking with. So my lesson is very, very, very strict. If you've watched my vlogs where I'm teaching ukulele, then you know I am extremely strict when it comes to instruments. So first I'm having them sit there with the instruments in the boxes and practice sitting crisscross applesauce with their hands in lap while we're watching a video of Emily Bear playing the piano. It's like a 2-minute video of a little girl that's about their age playing the piano. She's a prodigy though. And then they're sitting nice and calm, so that calms them down, gets them focused, because when they come in the room they are pumped because the keyboards are in the boxes, but it's very obvious what those are. And I've been telling them that we were going to be doing it, so they've been looking forward to it anyways. But anyways, we're watching that video. Then I am one by one letting them take the instruments out of the box, but keep them turned off. And I'm watching the kids take them out gently. They're putting the instruments on top of the box, because then it's like kind of like a little stand, because they are sitting crisscross applesauce, and they won't hurt their back because they're kind of sitting up straight to play. Then once everybody has their instruments out, they're playing silently for a little bit, because I don't have headphones, so we gotta be real careful about our volume. Then after they're playing silently for a little bit, we find the volume slider together. The instrument is still off, and we put it all the way to the bottom, and then we count up 5 dots, because it has like 10 dots for the volume. And I go around and I check everybody's, and then I let them turn the instruments on. They know that if they touch the volume button, or if they touch any of the other buttons on the keyboard, then they are done for the day. And I have had to have a few kids be done for the day early because they can't follow directions, but I promise you that next time they will follow the directions better. And for the most part, I give them a second chance after a couple minutes, as long as they react calmly. If they throw a fit, then no, they will sit there and watch their friends. But for the most part, the consequence has been I'm making them turn it off, so they're still playing along with us, but theirs is off, which doesn't really make a difference because they can't really hear their own instrument anyway, since there's so many instruments playing, but it feels like a consequence to them. And if they still are not following the directions with the instrument off, then they are putting it in the box. Only one kid has had to pack up completely, and he was just being very like violent with the keys, and I told him multiple times to be gentle, and he wasn't, so he had to pack up. So I'm very strict. I'll be very strict with the first like 2 or 3 lessons of this, so that they understand the boundaries and they understand how to be appropriate with instruments. Because with the little kids, you got to be on it immediately. You have to start off really strict, and then you can loosen up. You cannot start loose and then try to get stricter. It just doesn't work that way. So when we get out new instruments, I'm very clear about the rules. I'm very on the rules, and they expect that because they've been through this with the ukuleles and stuff anyway. So it's not surprising to them that there is a consequence, and I follow through with it. So anyways, we're counting the volume button, then we're turning the instruments on. Then I'm giving them about 4 to 5 minutes to just play around with the white and black keys, doing whatever. And they think they're playing the same thing that this prodigy is. They think they're doing awesome, and that's great. I love confident students, so I'm just letting them play whatever. And then and I'm kind of walking around and monitoring like who's actually kind of playing something. So as opposed to like just banging on it, which some of them are, gently of course, some of them are actually trying to like make little melodies, or some of them are like playing and singing along and stuff. So I'm kind of just keeping an eye on that kind of stuff because that's interesting for me to track, and I can keep an eye on which kids are kind of progressing a little bit more than others. And the first sign of progression would be that they're actually kind of trying to make a song versus just banging on the keys to feel how it feels. Neither is bad because right now they're allowed to do that. So anyways, after I let them play around with it a little bit, and by letting them play around with it a little bit, that takes away from them wanting to play when they're not supposed to, because they've gotten it out of their system, versus trying to go straight to find the D's in the doghouse when they haven't been able to touch all the other keys. So that kind of gets out of their system. Then they crisscross applesauce, hands in their lap. They're sitting crisscross applesauce the whole time because that's a safe thing to do. And then we are finding the groups of 2. I'm saying give me a peace sign. Everybody finds a peace sign, and then use your peace sign to find the 3 groups of 2. Well, I'm having, how many groups of 2 are there? There's 3. How many groups of 3 are there? There's 4. And we're finding those. Then they're putting their peace sign on one of the groups of 2, doesn't matter which octave, and they're finding D, which is in the doghouse. It's the white note. And then they're finding all 3 of the D's, and I'm walking around helping individually. If a student is getting it quickly, I'm having them help their neighbors so that we can get it. And most of my second graders and first graders were able to find all of the letter D's, and that's pretty much all we got to. It's the first lesson, and I'm only spending about 25 minutes on it because I need time to get them ready. I need time to get them ready to go, so we're not rushing out with these instruments like in a dangerous situation. So anyways, it's been good so far, and I am very excited to see how, anyways, sorry, I just got an email about a Punta Cana trip I'm taking in. It seemed important, so I wanted to make sure there's nothing wrong. But anyways, yeah, that's all we've gotten through so far. I'm excited to teach kindergarten because I just know they're gonna be pumped. But I need to use the bathroom really quick, so I'm gonna go do that. So that was fun. They actually did great. I didn't have to take one kid's instrument. I didn't have to give them one consequence. They were perfect. And then at the end, we had a couple minutes. We played musical Simon Says, where I play rhythm patterns, and if Simon says it, they clap it back to me, and if he doesn't, then he doesn't. And they are finally old enough to really play and understand it. A couple kids still don't really understand it because they're ELL students and their English is still very, very, very limited. But for the most part, they all got a hang of it and actually enjoyed it. If you've watched this whole video, I appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up if it entertained you, and I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are.